Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about the deficit deadlift. The reason I want to cover this, and people had asked me, at least one person did in the video the other day, what is a deficit deadlift? I don't understand. They didn't realize I was standing on plates. Deficit deadlifts are when you either stand on a device or a platform or objects of some type to raise yourself further off the floor, or you use smaller diameter plates so that you have to deadlift the weight a further distance. And more importantly, you're deadlifting it through the hardest part of the lift where you have to generate the most muscle fiber recruitment, where it's the most difficult. And this does a few things for you. This is a fantastic exercise for overall strength and size, both for your entire posterior chain and your back. Everything from your hamstrings all the way up to your trapezius muscles get worked very effectively by this. Some more effectively than others, but that's why you have weak point training and accessory movements. And the deficit deadlift is fantastic for that, for everyone from powerlifters, strongman, football players, bodybuilders, anyone who needs to get bigger and stronger on the entire back half of their body. The reason it is so effective is, again, because it forces you to move the weight through a longer range of motion. By moving it through a longer range of motion, even with the same weight, it requires you to recruit more muscle fibers. Also, because you are having to explode with the weight very forcefully from the hardest part of the range of motion on a deadlift, but it's actually the problems around that of having to recruit so many muscle fibers are exacerbated, which means that it requires your body to work even harder. You have to recruit far more muscle fibers than usual, even on the normal deadlift, to move it that extra 1.5 to 2 inches out of the hardest part of the range of motion. So you end up with an enormous muscle fiber recruitment on every single rep, and it makes it very efficient. The upside to that is that it lets you do fewer sets, fewer reps, and get the same amount of work in and the same amount of motor unit recruitment that you might want. So in other words, it lets you get more gains for less time spent actually lifting. The downside is, of course, that it's a very difficult lift. It's hard to do, and it's difficult to recover from. So that's going to limit the amount of workload that you can do on it and the frequency on it. So while it allows you to get more benefits for less work, or at least time spent training, you're also not going to be able to do a lot on it either and still be able to recover. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.